Hey y'all, it's Javon with InDaHouseMedia, and I'm here in Salon Dollhouse with Q, the cut queen of Atlanta. How are you
Absolutely.
today?
I'm doing great. How
And
are
I
you?
am great, and she
That's
is
great.
so beautiful in person, you
Thank
guys. Yes.
you.
So we're gonna start this off right. Um, just explain to us your background and how did you get into like hairstyling in Atlanta?
Okay, so I'm born and bred Grady baby. I
Awesome.
am an ATLian, and I came from one of Atlanta's city projects,
Okay.
Thomasville Heights, and
Mhm.
that's where I grew up at. Small beginnings, just a little girl with a big dream,
Yeah.
and I got into hair because it just came so natural to me. I have
Yes.
a few aunts and several cousins that are hairstylists that have
Mhm.
come before me, and so it just kind of fell into my lap, and I love what I do.
Oh, that's great. And we all know you as the cut queen of Atlanta, and I know you're honored to have that title. But was it hard getting that name, the cut queen of Atlanta, or how did you get that name?
You know what? Actually, what happened was there are these cut parties where stylists go and show off their cutting
Oh,
techniques
okay.
with the flair, and someone approached me and asked me to be a part of a cut party, and I was
Yes.
like, sure, why not? I had never done it before, so I
Hmm.
didn't really know what to expect, but I knew I had to step outside my box, and I had to also to stand out, because the
Yes.
whole idea is you'll have several stylists cutting to the beat of whatever the DJ is playing, also
Hmm.
with the host there, and what happened, the crowd will gravitate to who it is that they want to see most. And of
Yeah.
course, I had to have the livest stage. Like, my
Yeah.
stage had to be lit, period. So
Yeah.
I had to come up with different crafty things and different ideas to make sure that my cutting performance was interesting. And
Hmm.
after the very first one, the crowd just started screaming, cut queen, and
Oh
it just stuck
wow.
from there. Like, so, my city gave that name to me, and I'm going to make my city proud.
Yes, that's awesome. And also, we know you competed with the Bronner Brothers hair show.
I did.
How was that process, and how did you feel about
Oh
everything?
my God, competing for Bronner Brother was everything, and I would
Yeah.
love to do it again. Let me say that first.
Yes.
But let me say that I experienced every emotion that there was to experience during this show. I had anxiety. I
Hmm.
fell in love with the process. I hated the process. I was worried. I was stressed. I was crying. I was excited. Like,
Yeah.
every emotion that I
Everything.
could think of came about during the process of that show. That show really showed me what I was made of, because there's so many things behind the scenes that fell apart that a lot of people have no idea about.
Yeah.
And for me to have pushed through and to know that the goal is to finish and be complete and not let my fans down, and not let my family down, and not let myself down, and my styling
Yes.
team here at Salon Dollhouse down.
Mm.
And so with my styling team, I was able to pull it all together, because my salon helped out tremendously in that show. And we were able to put it together and go ahead and get out there and do a performance that we were proud of. And so
That's
that was
great.
exciting. I can't wait for the next time I'm able to do that again.
Yes, and congratulations with
Thank
that.
you.
And yes, like you were talking about your salon, what inspired you to create this salon dollhouse as it is now?
Well, I've always had a big vision, and so it was just time. I've been behind the chair for a long time, and it was like, what's next? What's next? And so the next phase, after being behind the chair for 20 years, was to open a salon. And so
Hmm.
I chose to open a salon in College Park, Georgia, and I chose to call it Salon Dollhouse because I felt like everyone is a Barbie. As a kid, I had Barbie everything. I don't think I
Yeah.
got rid of my last Barbie toy until I was maybe about 14. And so
Oh
I
wow.
always felt like a doll, and I felt like if I dolled up the world, that
Hmm.
would be great. And so there was no other name fitting except for Salon
Wow.
Dollhouse.
That's good. And another question, I would say, like, with all the emerging hairstylists in Atlanta, everyone coming down, traveling to Atlanta to become hairstylists, how do you keep yourself with the name still to be the queen of cutting in Atlanta?
I just do what I do. Everybody has a calling and everybody has a lane. And so I truly believe if you get out of your lane without a signal, you may crash. And so what I do is I do what's for me, and I use my craft and the art that God gave to me and bestowed on me. And I just
Hmm.
continue to stay on top of the trendiest styles and relatable in the industry, and
Yeah.
and I stay educated, and I go to different classes and learn different techniques to add to what I've already learned thus far. And so I just stay abreast and on the cusp of everything that's going on in my industry. But I definitely stay in my lane, and I do exactly what I came here to do.
Okay, cool. And what advice would you give to other emerging hairstylists in Atlanta?
Um, the advice I would give to other stylists, emerging stylists here in Atlanta, is to stay true to who you are,
Yes.
dream big, set goals, stay educated, and know your craft. Promote yourself. Know that you are your own entity, whether you have a large salon, a salon suite, or you work in a salon.
Yes.
Everything that you do, every style that you style, every person that you touch is a representation of who you are as a hairstylist and what you have to bring into this world. And so I'll say just keep going. I have the 3 P's, which persistence, patience, and personality. And so with those 3 in check and in line, you're sure to go far in this industry.
That's great advice, yes. Where can our readers for this find you? Like any social media, everything?
Absolutely, absolutely. You can follow me on Instagram at Cut Queen of Atlanta. And I also too have an Instagram for my salon, which is at Salon Dollhouse ATL. All of that is one word. At Cut Queen of Atlanta and at Salon Dollhouse ATL. And you can find me every day at Salon Dollhouse at 5141 Old National Highway in College Park, Georgia.
All right. Well, you guys heard it from the best here, the cut queen herself, Q. And this is Javon and Q, and we're live. We're in the house media at Salon Dollhouse.